Alright, this is a duo VOD. 143 Guardians, 248 Servants. It's Hourglass. Why did you lose? They said not trying to go for crosses on cannon, not sniping enough in general, not focusing repairs enough. We should maybe have tanked in the end and gone for a kill instead of fighting for good angle. And what do you want feedback on? They said, I want feedback on the entire playstyle. Be picky. I want feedback on our communication. Give feedback on to my helm as well. Okay, so they want feedback on everything, it sounds like.
New people.
Le Calypso.
This guy's a little loud. I'm going to have to turn it down. His mic is a little bit louder.
Calypso.
Okay. Cannon movement seems a bit fast, but I don't really know. I don't cannon that much. Looks high, but it might be fine. Yeah, he's a little high. Shooting high for a while here. Maybe in front. That looks good. Yep, there it is. Behind them now. He hits that in the very back, it seems. I feel like he's still aiming a little bit high.
Feels too high.
There's a lot of cannon movement the whole time. Your helm's slowly losing angle. You sort of need to say time.
I can't see where I shoot.
Yeah, you can't see because of the wave. It's a bit unlucky. Sometimes you get lucky there. This seems to be like a fine opening broad. I'd probably be shooting chains a little bit earlier. I'm gonna go back just a little bit.
Hit when I can't.
Oh, maybe even before this. I want to say about here, it might be worth going for chains, just because they're sort of moving into you, and you're getting closer and closer. But the helm, the angle you sort of lose a little bit, and it makes it a little bit harder to shoot those chains here.
Oh well.
Chains here.
I'll be ready.
Losing angle, definitely worth saying.
Fine.
Are we calling it now? So the cannons start going low because of the angle being weird. That's fine. Everything seems fine so far. Don't really know what else you can really expect from a MC. Like, I guess maybe you could be sniping, but I don't think you should be sniping here, to be honest. Definitely the chains. Definitely need to be chaining. You can turn off these banners, by the way. You don't need these banners here. They're not helping you at all. Right, they're going into you again. It's a good time to chain. You're also a little bit underturned. Probably need a bit more of a turn again from helm. That's your wheel. Worth comming, even if you're not helm.
They tweed once.
That cannon there, you should have let go before. Like, you can see this coming in.
They tweed once.
When you see that cannon, you let go, and maybe you even pre-eat, because you could just eat a mango or a pomegranate for this. You probably shouldn't have a pomegranate on you, but if you're down low food, whatever. But I'd eat a mango right now while you're off cannon hand loading. As I said, hand loading. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have foot pedals. Because Nessie Does King of Hourglass gifted me foot pedals for my birthday one year, and I have one thing bound on my foot pedals, and that is G, which is my pull-out cannon button. So, as I said, you should be hand loading here, I literally like slowly push down my foot to pull out a cannon just because it's instinctual. But essentially that's what you should be doing here, is you should be letting go, pulling out your cannon, hand loading. You're hitting well. I don't know if we've spread much, but we haven't chopped them. Like, I don't know why no one's chopped. I don't know why this boat hasn't chopped you. I don't know why you haven't chopped this boat. It's very strange to me. Usually in most of my games, at least high-level games, like, people are chopped way further away, and we need to get closer because we've chopped each other, like, annoyingly far away.
It's masts. I'll get their masts. Get a bucket.
Good chain. That's a good chain as well.
The mast should be down.
The angle should be fine now, as long as you catch, because you'll both be drifting. You might have to soften soon, but you can probably leave it for now.
You need to fix angle for yourself right now.
It's fine for now. They got masts.
Catching is good. Right, he's touching wheel. He should only just be straightening. He shouldn't be full straight here. He should still leave a little bit left, because you're still drifting forwards from your momentum, and they're still drifting their forwards as well. So
cannons for now.
Go back. You should be hand loading here. I think you're intending it. When you hand load, you should try and pull out something else, just so you're doing anything else. Even if it's just ADSing to scare the other MC.
Just
You
20.
should cancel your snipe. So there's like scroll cancel. If you use swap on scroll, again, there's swap cancel. There's pulling out a different item cancel. There's sprint cancel. There's stow cancel. Just any sort of cancel, so you're not looking at that scope after you shoot.
I need to snipe.
Right.
I think this is a habit that a lot of people get into when they start shooting their snipe, is they shoot their snipe, they reload, and they're like, oh, I'm holding my snipe again, I'm going to shoot again. But now you're not shooting like cannons at all. And while you're doing this, you haven't been loading cannon. So like every time you're doing a snipe reload, you should be loading the cannon and using the cannon, because it's not about just like sniping here. Here we go. This is good. This is fine. But you shouldn't shoot this. You don't need to shoot this.
Are you self-left
You're not really in a spot where this is going to do anything, because your helm's not sniping. He's like high pressure bucketing.
right now?
It might have hit your mask. Now you've got to go up. Now your snipe's still not loaded. Your angle's not good. I think in your like comments, right, you were like not sniping enough in general. You said you're not sniping enough in general, but I think this is the wrong time to be sniping. If you want to be sniping, you need to snipe at the right time. And you don't want to be sniping at the wrong time, because if you're sniping at the wrong time, it's just a waste of time and you're not getting pressure. And that all compounds.
I think I need a bucket.
Your angle's still that. Did I just see Q radial?
I think
When you catch here, you can let go of that catch a bit earlier because the mast has momentum. So when it's on the way up, you can let go early and it'll keep coming up.
I need a bucket.
Yeah, so you're using Q radial to pull out your bucket. That's bad, obviously. Just learn to bind it. If anyone is struggling to learn to bind your bucket or your wood or your food or whatever, I mean, it's kind of different if you're on controller, I guess. But if you're on keyboard and mouse, then you should just unbind Q and play a couple solo games. Who cares if you lose, whatever. Just learn to use the bind and not rely on Q plus mouse. Because one thing that's really bad with Q plus mouse is you can't aim at the same time. And the second thing is it'll like make you move your mouse in the direction that you're trying to do that action, because there's a delay to opening the Q menu, there's a delay to closing the Q menu. So it's really not good.
I'll catch that.
You can catch that, it's fine. You probably should be touching wheel while you're up here. Same thing with the catch there, you can let go a little bit earlier because it'll have momentum.
We might need to pick some deep ones here. I'm doing this.
You should tuck yourself in against the wall here or in here. So you either go over to the right over here, holding move right, which is D, or here holding W.
I'll do this one.
Because like if a cannonball hits, you're probably gonna get knocked off with this. I don't think there's anywhere where you can perfectly not get knocked off, but you can be a lot more likely to not get knocked off. Same here, either go right up against it, or the spot that Nessie sort of taught me a long time ago is back here with your back against the barrels, holding your back key, and trying and wedging yourself in there.
I haven't got that. Now that they got mask, can I catch it? Oh, it didn't. Like
You just took like a front hole again, yeah, front right. There you go.
Front left, sorry.
Same thing, tuck yourself in on the hole, look down. You want to try and put your mouse not on the hole, but instead above it, like where you think, if I'm against this wall, like let's say I'm flush against the wall instead of like standing back where we are, and I'm holding W and a cannonball hits, that means that if my mouse is where my mouse is right now, when I get hit, it'll be here. So I don't want to aim here, because then if I get hit, it'll be here. So you want to aim your mouse here, and if you get hit, it'll go back down. But make sure you're still on the rep. Like if you go like aim your mouse up here, you're going to not be on the rep anymore. So you need to like put it like roughly here.
Sorry, down.
Yeah, we're
Sounds like your mic
And then one
lagged
deep.
out.
We might need to turn more here. Oh, they're moving. They're moving.
yeah.
We lost angle here.
I'm trying to fix.
It's not over quite yet. I would turn while
Watch
he
out.
fixes, just so you're getting
Stay
that
with
turn
you
in. If you can match the back, it can be quite good. It's hard to fully recover, but you're kind of already fully recovered. So you should really be going for wheel rep here. One of you should be sniping, one of you should be repping wheel, I think, at least. This rep, not super useful. It's probably going to get reopened.
Really need to turn left here.
Did your teammate say repping mast?
Really need to turn left here.
Something about mast. I think they said they're trying to get mast, not repping mast.
They got mass. Are we catching?
This is a situation where you might be able to let mast go,
mast
because
again?
if you get one ball from behind here, it's very, very easy to hit you. They're shooting scatter shot. I don't know what that is.
Returning, right?
I keep hearing, man, that there's like no noobs on EU and every game is a pro crew. I'm like watching like scatter shots being shot, man.
Mast.
That was me on Nick.
I dropped anchor. It's like fine, to be honest, as long as you chop them down. As soon as you hear that anchor's like gonna get dropped, you had to chop them. Even if it wasn't like repped and moving, you need to chop them now. You need to chop them now. Definitely need to chop them.
That's good. Well,
It's too late because now, like, sure, you waited for them to be like perfectly in front of your cannon so you could chop them and like, you know, I've got them in this perfect spot. They're chopped right in front of me. Unfortunately, the boat has drift momentum. It's gonna keep moving forward after it's chopped, and then it's not in front of you. So if you chopped it when it was here instead of when it was here, instead of when it was like here, better. Chopped them.
No,
It's gonna be fine though. It does look like
I'm
it's gonna be fine.
repair. Like holes indeed.
Yep. It's wheel down, fixed.
Yeah. Maybe not completely now, but it was for now.
Didn't have too much drift. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think you should have chopped them earlier regardless. They have stopped in a pretty good okay spot for you. Are you still turning maybe? Oh, you're still turning. You're not even anchored.
I should have
You're still
said that.
turning.
I just said the wrong thing, sorry.
It's fine. Right, we had to aim a little bit higher. I could sort of tell before you shot these two. This one, your boat is rocking down quite heavily. So you see why this cannon really drops. This cannon goes low because you're on an up wave. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's like, it's a gradient of the gradient. It's kind of stupid. It's like the acceleration of the direction of your boat changes the cannon, I'm pretty sure. Not the direction of movement of your boat. But it's the gradient of the gradient. It's complicated, I think. I'm not 100% on that, but that's like, I think that's what it is. But you kind of just have to feel it if you want to actually like shoot cannons.
Yeah, they're getting.
Like if I asked Lixie, he wouldn't tell me what that is. He'd just be like, yeah, you have to shoot at the right time. This dodge is bad.
Yeah, they're getting fed right now.
Here, you see that cannon coming straight for you. I'm surprised you walked straight backwards. I think it's maybe like okay because you got under this mast bit here, but you could have just sprinted straight right or sprinted straight left.
Yeah, they're getting fed right now.
Right now, I've seen it. Now I'm letting go and I'm sprinting left straight away. Because I can see it's slightly right, so I'm sprinting left over here. And if I'm on 300 ping, I'm still dying, so that's fun. They drop sails again.
Hit once on cannon.
Nice.
At this point, I'm really hoping that Helm has repped wheel at least once, because that'll be a big deal. So hopefully that's the case.
Turn.
That's a good chain. I like that chain, especially because you're on this like weird diagonal angle. You can see like the boat's like turned, like rocked back, and you still hit it. So that's a good chain.
Dots.
Oh, but they put 3 on mast.
They had full reps.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. Unlucky. Like I wouldn't have expected them to full reps it there either.
Oh shit!
That's wheel tripled.
Wheel is doubled.
You said wheel doubled, but you knew because you turned it slowly that any extra hit would mean that it's tripled now because it was already doubled. So now it's tripled. You peeled that rep. You're not looking left at the same time. Sometimes wheel can be weird with how much camera angle it allows you. This is fine. Your angle's fine here. I see maybe a right side. Not sure if it was like a water bug, but I think I saw a right side. Chopping's fine here as long as you have that 1 rep on wheel, but if they hit it again, then you're in trouble because you'll nose. It's a good chain. I think because I'm so confident that chain will hit, and yes, it does hit, now I know, but as soon as you know this second chain's going to hit, because it feels like good here, you let go, and you run. This is the second chain. After the second chain hits, before the second chain hits, sorry, when you shoot it and you know it's going to hit, or if you feel that it's going to hit, you should run the wheel and start straightening, because if this crew's good, they'll go straight to chop your wheel, or they'll get lucky and chop your wheel.
Down.
That was a close one. You sort of froze. You're freezing when you see a 1 ball coming in. You just like lock in and make a decision about left or right. If a 1 ball's coming in, you have to make a decision straight away. I don't like that we're navigating to the back of the boat without looking at the other boat here.
Down.
So frozen, and then here we're just walking to the other end of the boat while we're 1 HP. If that cannon had landed, if it had landed on mast or if it landed on wheel, you might have been just before the food finished and die. So you have to be a little bit careful there.
Yep.
We're full straight now.
Catching.
They should drift a little bit into angle.
Oh,
But remember what I said, if you had turned wheel just a little bit earlier, you would actually have like a perfect angle right now. And you could just re-chop. Now you do need to give him pressure though, because you've been just re-chopping and you're out of angle and you're just losing pressure this whole time. See, that's very scary. I don't like that we're going into the crate and doing a full regrab of everything while we don't know if a cannon's going to hit us. We only like go into the crate if we're sure we're not going to get hit by a ball or a cross. So you're low, you eat, this might be a good time to go for the crate because you're already eating, except you will be standing still. So it's a trade-off if there's a wave covering or you know they're not going to snipe. It's better.
Can repair a holder.
Turning. Our wheel is triple.
Yeah, it's kind of too late to be turning. I think it came down to like cannon timing to be able to have them chopped before you had to go to wheel here, or making sure there was a wheel rep in case they moved again, because you know they're going to keep mass enjoying and spamming it.
As much as possible here.
Right here we're low. Didn't need to eat a pineapple. Mango would have been fine.
Using wheel.
Wheel rep's fine here. Yeah, I mean, I might have priored bucket, but I think with a different level crew, instead of shooting for spread here, because they've already got spread, they should, if it's a higher level crew, they know they've got spread, they're just going to aim for you at helm, and they're going to snipe you, especially if you're standing still and not looking at them. And they're shooting scatter shot for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
You know if you need a bucket?
I keep hearing water. You've probably overturned there. You don't actually have to get back into angle instantly, because if I crank wheel, full turn, max turn, while they're behind me, then sure, I'll get angle back faster, but then if they hit my wheel, I'm just going to start nosing. So getting a slow turn that either matches or slightly speeds up getting back into angle is better, because you keep that back angle, and that's completely fine. We want a back angle. We can rep fronts and front rights and lowers, and maybe get a rep on wheel, or mass if you're feeling crazy, or just go for snipes out the back. And then when we have angle, we can just quickly fix it, instead of, like, because it should be close to already maintaining angle, but slightly catching up, instead of max overturning.
Trying to demask them again. We're still turning though, so we should be fine.
Gonna go down here now.
Get a rise. Yeah, get rise.
You saw that front right, you probably could have got that. We're sort of all over the place. We just wasted like at least 1 second of time here. Maybe, I feel like we wasted 1 bucket's worth of utility here. So we get this bucket, you see the front hole, you calm, I'm down here now. Then you go back up, throw the bucket, decide to go to cannon, decide not to go to cannon, come back down, come back out, decide to go for snipe. What's the point of this snipe? You're not crossing, you're not using it to take cannon line back. It's not really going to help you with pressure, because like 1 snipe off cannon they eat, they're back online, and it might get you hit by this guy that's sniping at you as well. Like you can see this helm guy. Good snipe regardless, but now you had to eat and reload, and the cannon just had to eat, and the helm just had to reload. But the helm was already sniping. And you're like 4-4. Backsplash, it's bad, the wave does that, but see now, because you overturned slightly, you got back into angle, but because you had such a small window, now you're going to overturn again. It looks like you're trying to swap to chains, which is very scary, because you're already overturning while they're moving. When they stop moving, you're going to be really overturning if you chop them.
I need a bucket.
There's a chain. Did they full rep it?
Masked once.
They didn't full rep it.
I can't shoot them here.
Here I'd be hand loading if anything. See, now you've used your snipe, but you're not hand loading to get the reloads. You're not using your time effectively. You missed that.
Ah, that missed. Fuck. Need to. Ah, reel is tripled again. Fucking hell, dude. Need to turn a little.
Yeah.
You're 1 snipe.
Ah,
Very
yeah,
1 snipe now.
me.
This is the problem, because when you catch back into angle, it's easier for them to hit your wheel, and then they're going to keep spamming it while we're hard overturning. So I kind of predicted that this was going to happen. And now you're showing front right, and it's a bit of a disaster. You can match here as well. This is an okay angle to match, because Mars can defend you at wheel. This is a good time to go for full rep on wheel, while you've got, you want them like here, you can see that? You want their mast here or like here, not here as much. This is fine though.
Missing turn.
See, he can still get it through. I think if his boat is slightly ahead, it's a bit harder for him to slot the ball through to wheel, but it's slowly going to approach there now. But now you've undid the turn too much. I don't think there's not real words, but the boat's now going to keep accelerating back in, and they're going to have easy shots on your wheel, and you need to decide what you're going to do here.
Hit again.
You eat, you pull out that, you cancel it. I mean, that's fine. I think actually that's fine, because I would have pre-eated the pineapple, assuming that the cannon would hit and do splash. That's fine. Load the sniper, sure. I feel like sniper shouldn't have been unloaded here. You're 1 snipe again. This is where you need a mango. Especially because they're going to be sniping you. I feel like Helm's going to kill you, man. He regged you! He regged you, bro! Fortunately, the way reg works is that probably means that on his end, he actually just missed you, and the server sort of lied and thought that the bullet went to you, but actually he did actually miss. But if he's a good player, he doesn't miss that. But you're one snipe still. He misses. You started a sniper reload, you didn't finish it, then you swapped to the food. It's fine. You also could use some more food in your pocket. I don't know why they shoot the scatter shots. Maybe this is the new meta.
I'm gonna fix these backsides here.
Why go for 7 over 8 here? So 7 has a bigger hitbox. I think it... I don't know if it's this one or if it goes a little... I think 6 might go all... I think 6 might end here, but 7's a pretty big hitbox, especially compared to 8. And 8's just like in the corner, it's hard to hit. So people are usually aiming for 7, they'll accidentally get 8. But it's unlikely to aim for 8 and get 8. So it's, go for 8 first is all I'm saying.
I'll fix right sides.
Over 7 here. Especially because right now they can't see you on 8. And often, as you can see, there's a big window here. You can rep 7 safely, but you can't rep 8 safely.
Yeah.
They've said you should have turned away right away. Like, sure, if you were halfway through this rep, I'd say, sure, finish it, fuck it, risk it, ego it. But you're starting this rep after they've already potentially landed on your boat. So you're putting a lot of trust in the helm here.
Yep.
Helm was saying, can you guard? So you assume they didn't deck. I mean, if they had decked, you'd be in trouble.
Left side.
And they're in front of you, so they have an easy deck.
Yeah.
Right, they've double boarded. They have no pressure. It would be... Ooh, it would be nice if you gave them a little bit of pressure here, and you are still turning into angle. That didn't throw because you pulled out your blunder too quick. A lot of people think this is bucket rig, but you can see that there's no trail here. So no start point and no trail spawn from that bucket because you pulled it too quick. The sound still plays, but that's why you still have full bucket. Now they have 2 up. Because if you had got 1 bucket there, if you had thrown that bucket, then pulled another, you might have been up in time to go kill this guy. But because you backsplashed, then had to re-bucket, you lost that time. So small things compound here.
Well, one's on, one's not.
If you should ask your teammate if he's got guns here because you want to both have both weapons loaded, and he'll say yep, and you'll go push and kill someone.
Drain.
Alright, that's good. You knocked one off. Now you should both retreat. He knocked his off. Get a full reload, get a drain, and then put a hole in their boat so they have to respect that.
Off.
Get a couple holes in their boat. You're using Curio to pull it out. You hear a right grab, you didn't comment. He's watching that. Good thinking to go watch the other ladder. It would be cool if you get a skeet here. That's good. That's really good. Is the other one up? Okay, the other one got up.
Coming up to me. He's not
Need to
here.
reload. Need to drain. I need to drain.
Yep, you should really get your teammate to come drain with you because this guy's going to be scared to push on 2. He could, especially if he's an idiot, but he's going to be scared to push on 2.
Oh, shit.
You're out of sync with your buckets. You don't know what's happening. You keep like going out thinking you got a full one. You just lock in, focus up. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Drain here, probably.
Yep.
Alright, so we drain. I don't know why we're pushing on this, but this is fine. Especially because you see him jump landing, which means you know where he's going to be. So you can pre-aim. I wouldn't step forward here. I'll get to the point where I want.
Probably.
Yep.
When we get to here, he's in this predictable momentum because he's just jumped. So you should stop where you are here and decide either if you're going to sprint into that and pre-aim where he's landing, or you can wait, but you shouldn't go for the un-ADS blunder. I don't know why you go specifically for an un-ADS blunder. Furthermore, you flick away from him. You're like looking at him, looking at him, looking at him. Even here, you might have got an un-ADS blunder, which gets a single pellet and knocks him off the boat. No, I'm wrong. Okay, so you just, you un-ADS blunder and then flick after. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit more care and a little bit more taking time with your shot and being a bit more planned. So he gets away with using one of your bullets. He gets a full reload, so he must have been low on bullets. Now, does your teammate have his guns? I really want to know. You guys need to communicate a bit more, because if you know, you can coordinate a push.
Alright, drain and then push. Can you push now?
See, that's a good time to either ADS and do it, or just un-ADS, because he's jumping in this short side here, where jumping, 1, predictable movement, and 2, he's on the tiniest edge of the boat. You can just knock him off. And instead you get knocked off, and he skeets you. I might skip ahead. I think, is that just it? That's just it, unfortunately. There are a lot of things. I'm trying to think what the main point I can think of here. I'm looking back at the notes that you gave and trying to think what I can think of more. I think angle was a big thing. Team consideration of angle. I think chains were too late. wheel wasn't prioritized, and that's not just helm, that's the cannon's responsibility too. You guys aren't communicating everything. I think if you go watch like when Lixie and I play good players, everything is getting commed. You can't overcom. It's really like hard to overcom. Like sure you can overcom, but you can't really overcom. You can't just say everything, just like, oh, wheel got hit. Even if Lixie says wheel got hit and I say wheel got hit, it doesn't matter. Like we both said it, sure, but it's still helpful that we make sure because sometimes one of us will miss it. Definitely not focusing repairs enough. I don't know if that was you or Helm mainly. Some of your snipe choices were bad. So when you're going for crossbow snipes, it needs to be coordinated. Or it doesn't need to be coordinated. It needs to either be coordinated or it needs to be serving a purpose. There's no point in just sniping cannon because you feel like it. It needs to be like, I'm sniping cannon so I can take cannon line. Or so my teammate can rep wheel. Or so we can pull mast. Or so we can get a kill. Or we can stop them from catching mast. Or so we can prevent him from shooting cannons at this point. It's not always the best thing to stop them from shooting cannons all the time. Should have tanked it instead of gone for a kill. I don't know if you really can tank. I think you were tanking the whole game, to be honest, because you already had them behind you and in front of you. There was that overturn thing where you overturned a little bit. In terms of tanking, I think what you mean is you should have just kept your teammate and you below deck, drained, and then pushed, and I agree with that. But that's not really what tanking is. It's just sort of like a coordination and like defense decision, right? Which is where you know that there's one on, and you just need to like coordinate. Do you have your guns loaded? Do you have full health? Is your water low? And then push. That being said, when you guys were separate and just playing on your own, you did knock both of them off, which was good. And there was generally good instincts around the ladder. Your teammate did let one up, I think. And that sort of ended up in a bad spot. You got the skeet, which was cool. Your blunder aim probably needs work, I'd say. You might have slightly high sense. You need to ADS blunder more. I think it would be helpful to do camp walls with your teammate, especially now with customs, it's super easy to set up. Just do a camp walls with your teammate. If you don't know what it is, ask in my Discord or something, someone will explain it to you. But just doing camp walls with your teammate can be really good for pracking just onboard boat movement and shooting and timing. Because you sort of learn like, oh, I can't push here when my teammate's coming that way. Not my teammate, when my opponent's coming this way. If you can get a 2v2 camp walls, it can be even better. Because then you get to play like coordinated camp wars. One thing that Lix and I have been trying lately is also doing pressure camp wars. It's not really camp wars, but it's just like a scenario simulation. We put 2 kegs at the front and 1 keg at the wood barrel. One person jumps in the water, one person stays on the boat. We light one of the kegs. When they blow up, it's go time. It's game time. And from there, the boarder tries to get on and kill the other guy and sink the boat. Or sink the boat, whichever comes first. If they kill him and don't sink, they'll just save it and they swap roles so the other person gets to go. And you just sort of give yourself enough pressure with those 3 kegs placed. You just have 2 at the very front, 1 at the wood barrel. And that gives you enough like lower holes and maybe like 1 back hole that it's like plenty of pressure to sort of simulate having pressure and guarding. The sun is really in my eyes here. Yeah, that's what I might recommend for cracking that scenario specifically. But I think a lot of this was decision making around angle, when you chop, when you turn, when you rep, how far you turn, and when to rep wheel, when to chop. That's the main thing that lost you this game. Because I think you were winning opening broad, then angle was lost. And that's not entirely Helm's fault. A lot of the time, Cannon's like, oh, I lost angle. I just want Sponge to tell me my helm is the problem. It's everyone's problem when you lose angle. You need to tell the helm to fix it, or you need to fix it, or you need to chop at a different time and make it easier for your helm as well. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a good VOD. It's definitely a good VOD. There's a lot to talk about, but that doesn't mean you played badly. It's just there was a lot of useful points, and I think you've got a lot of potential to keep improving. So VOD poster.